Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. We want to take a look at the daily time frame first. I made a change to the overall wave count. The overall scenario hasn't changed, so I still expect one more low for GALA at the current stage, in the current time frame, in the current situation. But we could see short term, of course, some more upside, and we're going to track the short term move as well, because in the short term we can track some impulsive price movements. So we have currently dropped to 3.8 cents. So we're going to take a look at what that means. Quite a bit of profit taking going on today in preparation for the CPI data release. First of all, let's take a look here at the daily chart. First of all, I want to make you aware of the bad situation on the daily chart that GALA is in. So GALA has a lot of work to do, because the last Fib level on the Fib scale, which is relevant here on the linear scale, is the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level. That going below that level is, in crypto, we have to say, quite common this bear market, but going down like 70-80% below it is not really good. So we've done that. However, of course, we've seen over the last few days, we've seen some impulsive price movements to the upside, which is good, which is a sign that GALA isn't dead, at least, and we see movement and interest coming in. And we've even seen volume candles, the biggest ones since November 2021, which is amazing, because it gives some clarity about, GALA still, we see some structure, we can recognize some structure in the chart still, even though it has really just been bleeding out since May 22. Let's assume, of course, there is with every chart, especially if it has come down that far, a bearish and a bullish case. Also on the daily chart, we want to focus here on the bullish case, because the bearish case would just indicate that we are here overall over the years that GALA will just fade out. Now, we obviously won't be able to confirm that until we see GALA's movement in the next bull run, because if something like this happens. So the bear case, maybe let's start with that. It's not what I believe, but it's a risk that needs to be pointed out that really nobody talks about out there. But obviously on this channel we want to be honest, because let's face it, if you were talking about a stock here, it's a company that would face bankruptcy, or it's the time when CEOs are resigning, it's the time when you need serious restructuring. Now the crypto industry is different, I know that, so it might very well be normal, that we see those price movements down into these regions. But then again, not all cryptos are doing that. So GALA has really suffered, saying that it's GALA's really first bear market. So we've seen that with other cryptos that have had their first bear market, they can come down quite strongly, especially as this is quite a harsh bear market that doesn't only affect crypto. Okay, so let's take a look, and if we say we have seen a 3-wave move to the upside, ABC, which would be bearish, and we are now seeing 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could form the first wave down. We would then see in the next bull run a wave 2 to the upside would fail to make a new all-time high, and that would be a reason for concern, because then in the next bear market we could just come down even lower. So we need to, in order to rule out the bearish case on the daily chart, and don't tell me about GALA is going to make it, and there are so many good projects out there, and also in the past there have been so many good projects. There have been so many good companies in the past that have died. Fundamentals alone will not let a company survive. We know that these days. Okay, so it's also the chart that plays a role here, and we need to recognize this. And I just want to make you aware of the risk, and that is why in the next bull run we need to observe this area here. This area where we haven't just made a new all-time high yet, but we are on the way to do it. But if GALA doesn't make a new all-time high in the next bull run, that is a reason for concern. I'm telling you that really with the best intentions, because then it's time to get out. Now, saying that, that's not my primary expectation. Okay, so we have had a very strong move to the upside. So we have to be in favor of an overall bullish case in the long run. And in the long run, we want to talk about all-time high targets. So let's say we moved up in a wave 1. Oops, took the wrong tool here. Let's say we moved up in a wave 1. We came down here in this bear market in a wave 2, which I don't think is over yet. We will move up in a wave 3 next. Then there will be a 4 and a 5. So the wave 3 target, that's what many people are interested in. That's what I wanna mention to you and explain to you. We do it approximately because prices are dynamic, and we will most likely exceed this if we are really in a bull run. So we're looking at, for the wave 3, at least at $1.43 minimum. The realistic scope is between 143 and 176. We should then get a wave 4 down and another wave 5 to the upside that could stretch out to 230. But again, all of these are guideline targets, and in a very bullish environment, you could see them being taken to the extremes and maybe even further. So take it only as a guideline, but not a bad return in my opinion. Now, saying that that's not a given, it means that we also have to make it to a new all-time high, which in the next bull run, when we see a decent recovery, we will be able to track that, and I will be able to warn you should we see a corrective price structure to the upside. Now, looking here really now in the lower lower time frame, first of all, I would just like to express my view that we still will see another low for GALA. Yeah, we have so far not made it above the 7.3 cent level. That would be important to at least have a first indication that we are not going to get another low, and there's still 100% to the upside from here. But even that would not be a confirmation, it would be an indication. Yeah, best would be to break above the 10 cent level. That would be above the 88.7% FIB level. Then we can start to talk about seriously a low is in already. But in the meantime, of course, all those price areas are tradable that we're going to take a look at. At the moment, the view is that this wave 2, in which we currently are, this corrective wave, unfolds as an ABC, and within the C wave, here a wave 1, here a wave 2, a wave 3 was done. We are now in the wave 4 to the upside, which explains the strong move up, because also corrective waves consist of impulses, of course not only, but they have impulsive elements, and then a wave 5 to the downside. So we should still get another low, and my view from what I talked about a week ago hasn't changed. But of course here in the short term, we have to take note of these interesting movements that are working out to the upside. So at the moment I have no reason to change my view or count here. We are still in the green support area. I mentioned to you when we broke through this ascending trend line, a lot of you who have been watching will remember that I said this could be quite an extensive decline, because the wave 4 support area here can come down quite a lot due to the strength of the move up. You have to expect a strong retracement as well. But below this support area, that's where we are falling into a different scenario. So at the moment, we can still follow it as a 1, 2, 3, wave 4 to the downside now. It has corrective elements, so it looks like wave 4 at the moment. And there could still be a 5th wave to the upside. So it's important that we do not break below this support area. Why is this support area so relevant? It is so relevant because it is based on ideal targets for a 4th wave. Going below that would make it very unreliable that it's still a wave 4, and it would then most likely become a wave 2 or even something much more bearish, which means we could drop all the way down to 2.46 cents. And if it's also not a wave 2 but something more bearish, we're going to drop much lower and make a new low already. Okay, so I'm still skeptical about the increase with GALA. However, short term, as long as we're holding this is a tradable area and we can get another 5th wave. However, saying that as well, trading a 5th wave is always a little bit risky. Yeah, this was still part of the wave 3, so anybody who entered here, that worked out nicely because you could still take part in the wave 3. But trading a wave 4 is risky because sometimes you only get 3 waves up and it breaks down. And the 5th wave also is normally, shorter than the wave 3. But again, we have now broken through the 38.2 retracement at 3.8 cents. This is the ideal target for a 4th wave. Now breaking below that would now suggest that we could see the 3.4 cent level, the 50% retracement. This currently could be a C wave which is unfolding here. And let's just measure that. So I gave you here obviously the Fibonacci support targets. We can also measure the end of the C wave a little bit more accurately by taking the length of the A wave. Then we go to the high of the B wave, and we would get an ideal target here of 3.6 cents. So even before reaching 3.4, we could finish this at 3.6. So it's a level to watch. And if we break below that, I gave you the alternative, because the alternative count would be that all of this would just be an ABC and we make a new low, or that we have here a complete impulse. So it's basically a wave 1 to the upside, and then we could come down to 2.3 cents. So that means we have one more chance to turn around probably then in the region between 2.9 and 2.3 cents. Yeah, but if we drop below 2.3 cents, even that's not going to work out. Okay, because then if a drop below the 78.6 retracement most likely will lead to much more downside. Okay, that's very important to highlight. And it would probably lead to another low. It will mean that GALA failed to create an impulse to the upside, and that my primary expectation is still working out, which means one more low. But as I said, this is more the medium-term expectation. Short-term, we're tracking this impulse as long as we're holding critical support areas. And that's what the Elliott wave method is so useful for, because we can identify, we can make assumptions about the wave counts, get that confirmed with Fib levels, and have a roadmap where we are, yeah, in the price development, in the cycle. And then this can be traded, of course. But yeah, that's where we are at the moment with GALA. No surprises so far. And let's see if it holds a support area. I will keep you updated. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.